It started with a glossy flyer slipped under my door. Emergency Community Flood Control Initiative, protecting Willowbrook for generations to come. Brenda's name was stamped at the bottom, along with a smiling stock photo of a family standing by a fake creek. I almost laughed. My real creek had survived flash floods, droughts and wildfires, all without the help of an HOA, but at the next board meeting, they made it sound like a matter of life and death. Brenda stood at the front of the clubhouse, like she was running for office. "Ladies and gentlemen," she began, "our subdivision sits downstream from an unregulated waterway. If we don't act now, a single heavy storm could devastate our homes." I raised my hand. "You mean Cottonwood Creek? The same one that's flowed naturally for over a century, without ever flooding?" She flashed that polished grin. "Exactly. It's outdated, unmanaged, and frankly unsafe. We'll be installing a concrete drainage channel to stabilize water flow." Someone clapped. Another nodded. "Fear spreads fast when it's packaged as safety." Then she dropped the number. $1,800 per homeowner for an emergency assessment. Total project cost, $127,000. I stood up. "Who's the contractor?" She blinked. "Pinnacle Construction. They've done excellent work in Denver. Did the county approve this?" "They will," she said a little too quickly. Her voice softened into that practiced empathy tone. "I know this is hard for some residents, but this is progress. We can't cling to outdated traditions." Traditions. That's what she called my grandfather's engineering. The vote passed 6-1. The only dissenter was Edwin Kowalski, an older Polish man whose accent made him sound perpetually disappointed in everyone. He looked at me across the room and shook his head. "This is mistake," he muttered. 2 days later, trucks rolled in. I came home from a weekend trip to visit my daughter and heard it before I saw it, the grinding roar of machinery. The air smelled like wet cement and diesel. Then I saw the nightmare. They dug a trench through the creek, poured thick grey concrete over the granite boulders my grandfather had set by hand. The water that used to sparkle under sunlight now sloshed lifelessly through a narrow, sterile gutter. Flood control, Brenda called it. I called it murder. Martha stood beside me, tears streaming down her face. "They killed it," she whispered. "The HOA had just spent $127,000 turning a living ecosystem into a storm drain. But here's the thing about people who think they can control nature. They always forget that water has memory. Every drop remembers where it's supposed to go. And this creek, it was going to remember. They thought they'd silenced it forever. But they just created a ticking time bomb, one that didn't need my help to explode. I didn't need revenge. I just needed to let physics handle it.